What's up everybody, and welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're taking a look at the 2025 Honda CR-V. This one is a sport touring all-wheel drive hybrid finished in meteorite gray. MSRP is about $42,000. What do you guys think? Is the Honda CR-V the best option for a nice sized crossover SUV? So let's go ahead and see what is powering this vehicle. So we pull the hood latch and then we can just unlock it. I do like how there are gas struts to pop open that hood. But underneath, you're gonna find the 2-liter inline 4-cylinder hybrid motor. This engine is pumping out net horsepower of 204, net torque is 247, curb weight is a little over 3,900 pounds. If we go ahead and move on to the styling now, this is a pretty cool looking car, honestly. If we hit the unlock button, you got those nice LED lights up on top of these headlights. I really like how it's like a smoked out darker housing, looking pretty aggressive. Then you got all the gloss black for the upper grille with some large openings to provide a ton of cooling to the engine. Big Honda logo, which is also going to be a safety sensor. And then down below there are active grille shutters down below. That way you can improve efficiency or cooling when needed. Nice silver trim in the lower portion as well, adds some cool style. More parking sensors. This little plastic piece is actually a vent to allow airflow through the wheels. Just a little bit of plastic trim, so overall really nice design. Definitely a pretty aggressive car for being just a a hybrid crossover. Pretty cool looking. Up on the hood there are going to be a few more sharp body lines just to complement that front bumper, and then at the side profile that little bit of plastic makes its way around the wheel arch. You're going to see that on the lower side skirt as well, so not too much plastic, which is definitely a nice plus. Cool set of 19-inch wheels, gloss black color with a split 5-spoke, and then a sharp body line throughout it, along with one prominent line cutting through the entire side profile. So I like all these sharp edges you're going to see on this new CR-V. Body color door handles, along with black on the mirror cap. And then I like the polished trim surrounding the windows with the blacked out pillars. You have black for the roof rails, sunroof up on top, and then the side profile. Very proportional looking crossover, definitely fits nicely with its size category. You're going to see more sharp lines cutting in back, and I really like these LED taillights. I like how they span upwards all the way up to that integrated spoiler. You got your third brake light up above as well, and then the lights cut into the liftgate itself. Got your sport logo on the right side, some sharp lines throughout the center. All-wheel drive is a sticker badge up there, and then we have the CR-V hybrid. Now down below you're going to see a little bit more of the plastic material with this gray color. This is a fake exhaust tip on the left side. However, on the right, that is the actual exhaust tip. You can see the exhaust pipe down below. But overall, it's a pretty good looking crossover. I like the overall style, how it comes together. Now for the trunk, you can go ahead and hold down the button. There is a button underneath the Honda logo as well. And then you can take a look at all the cargo space with these seats folded down. So nice flat area, just a small bump up to the seats. And then on each side, there's a little cutout for a little bit extra storage. So not bad at all. If we head on inside, you can pop that open, get a better idea of how everything looks. And then from here, you can just lift these seats up, lock them into place, put them in a more normal position, and you can get a good idea of the cargo space with the seats up. So the CR-V is definitely gonna be a pretty practical crossover. Not really something to complain about as far as size. For the interior, you got some plastic material on the door, this gloss black trim, a little bit of padding for your armrest with contrast stitching. It's kind of a bronze orange color, which is pretty neat to see. And I really like this cool stitching pattern. Pulling this seat upwards, you can see how they generally start. However, these recline quite a lot by pulling that same lever. So there's also going to be nice armrest and cup holders in the center. There are air vents, 2 USB ports, and then 1 storage cubby on the backside. And then hopping inside, we go ahead and recline the seat quite a lot. This really gets super comfortable. At 5'11", sitting back here, I mean, look at that recline. That is just crazy. While you have tons of headroom, even sitting straight up, it's like 4 inches above my head. And then at the driver's seat with my height, I mean, this is not bad at all. This might be one of the most roomy mid-size crossovers I've been in. This is a really nice back seat. And these seats are ultra padded. This is super comfortable. So already pretty impressive for the space. Moving to the front seat, similar door panel, there is just a little bit more soft touch plastic for the upper portion. You have the same armrest, controls, memory seating, and then the front seats are all power controlled. You're going to see the same material, this nice smooth black leather with the perforated in the center. I love the stitching design to it. sunroof up on top, and then a pretty sporty 3-spoke steering wheel. Hopping inside, let's go ahead and fire it up. So all the power controls and everything, pretty easy to get into a comfortable position. And then you're gonna see the nice black leather with contrast stitching, a little bit of silver trim, heated steering wheel control. You have some Bluetooth and audio controls on the left side, cruise control over on the right. And then this home icon will configure the center screen. So you can go through here, scroll through all sorts of different information. One drawback, when you click into anything, you can't just scroll. So you have to hit the home icon, scroll up to the next one, hit OK, home icon again, going into the next one. So it takes a little bit of extra time. Some menus you can go to a few different things, but nonetheless, you can still see all sorts of different information within this car. So you can see the speedometer on the right side, kind of a blend of analog as well as digital. There are paddle shifters on this car as well. And then you can see the stock on the right for windshield wipers, headlights and turn signals over on the left. We have the trunk release, traction control, some more of this gloss trim and your air vent, and then just some soft touch plastic up on the dash. The air vent looks really cool. I love how you got that honeycomb mesh throughout the entire profile of it. Then you can move these little toggles to adjust the airflow itself. Screen up above, you can see your navigation system. You have a home icon, and you can easily scroll left and right to see all sorts of different items. I do like how when you go into here, you can see your range, your charge, things like that. Going into reverse now, you got a nice backup camera. You can adjust your different views. You're gonna hear that hybrid noise as well. And then I love how there's physical climate control. So you have your fan speed right in the center, super easy. Dual zone temperature, you can sync, heated seats as well. AC button, your mode. And then down below, there's wireless charging, extra plugs, and storage, and a drive mode. So if we toggle this, we have 4 different drive modes. Nice little animation for each one as well. Park and brake, extra storage, and a little bit of padding with contrast stitching. Nice storage in the center as well, and you can easily remove that. And then the glove box is a pretty good size. One last look at the interior. Pretty nicely laid out, honestly. Pretty decent use of materials. Very roomy in here, nice and comfortable sitting. And then tons of headroom, nice sunroof. And then you have a sunglass holder, the glass roof control, and a nice thin mirror. All right, so setting off now in the Honda CR-V. This is the first time, honestly, I think I've even driven a CR-V. But getting up and going, we're just in the normal mode. Seems pretty peppy. You feel a little bit of the electric assist down low, getting you up to speed. So I think that's a really nice touch. Playing with the drive mode, let's go into sport mode and see the acceleration. You can tap these paddle shifters. Looks like it will just adjust like 3 different settings down below for possibly regenerative braking. So actually there's 4 settings as you adjust them. We'll put it in the all the way left mode, and then getting up to speed in sport. So it revs it out a little bit. Taking my foot off the throttle, you can see the charge and everything on that left side going all the way up now. Take my foot off the brake, it doesn't do it as much. So basically the paddle shifters are going to adjust your regenerative braking. It's not crazy drastic even in the setting number 4, but still nice to be able to see that. In sport mode, it definitely does rev a little bit higher. So if I go back into normal mode, just kind of getting my bearings now, these seats are incredibly comfortable. There's so much padding, so much support. I could drive this day after day, honestly, and just rack up the miles. So this is a really nice place to be. There's so much headroom and just room in here. It feels incredibly spacious. Suspension is really soft too, so it just kind of takes the bumps really nicely. Brakes work really well, of course, in conjunction with the regenerative. And then visibility, pretty good. Looking over my right shoulder, same with the left shoulder. So it seems like a car you can just kind of get in and enjoy driving. So if we get back up and go just in the normal mode, it's not going to rev the engine quite as high. Right now it's in EV mode, actually. And there the engine kind of smoothly kicks on. You know, if you're driving this normal, it's pretty smooth, very quiet. I don't really ever hear the engine and hybrid working, so they just kind of go seamlessly. You don't feel any abrupt changes or anything like that, which is a good touch to see. The slow speed, it is nice to be able to drive it in the EV setting, and then going into eco mode itself. Definitely a comfortable, easy car. It's not fast or anything like mind-blowing, but of course with the efficiency that it's going to offer and everything, it seems like just a good, well-rounded crossover with plenty of space and plenty of comfort. I also like the materials. You know, the leather on the steering wheel feels really nice. Armrests are in a good place. And the shifter, it's definitely tall. It looks a little funny, but honestly, it gives you a really perfect spot to grab it and do what you need to do. I love the physical climate control. So easy to get to. You don't have to dive into the screen all the time. So it's honestly simple and easy to use, and it looks pretty good. And when you're driving in the CR-V, it just seems like a comfortable, good place to be to rack up the miles. And for a car with this kind of efficiency and this kind of usability, you know, it's a car that you can just keep using day after day and really enjoy the drive.